So, welcome to Carpool Karaoke. Not really.
Sort of.
This is Shelley Boyam Breen, author of Shelley Being the Sports Queen with Marney Gellner, Fox Sports North. And on the heels of National Girls and Women's Sports Day and the start of Women in History Month, I've asked Marney to join us and talk a little bit about her career in broadcasting in the hopes that there might be some girls or women who are inspired by what she has to say and might follow in her footsteps. So you've been broadcasting the championship Lynx, the Wild, the Twins, the Timberwolves. How many years have you been in broadcasting and why?
14 years at Fox Sports North. 20 years in all in TV sports broadcasting at local levels and including FSN. And the why is because I grew up as a huge tomboy, huge jock, just lived for sports, loved sports. I was good at sports. It was what I wanted to do. It's what I loved to do. Sports was my life. And so then I was like, well, now I need a career. How about if sports is my career?
Hey.
And so I wanted to work in sports it's somehow, and I did not want to get a medical sports therapy I didn't want to head in that direction. So I knew I had a gift of speaking. Some would call it a gift. I mean, I call it a gift.
Yeah.
And so I combined them. There you go. Sports
Awesome.
broadcasting.
What's been the biggest hurdle for you as a sports broadcaster and a woman?
Yes. Well, in the business, the biggest hurdle that I found for myself, and it may be more self-inflicted. I'm not sure. There's no way to measure it. But for me, it was to convince people that I knew and know what I'm talking about, because I cover some women's sports, but mostly men's sports. And so I feel like I had to always prove myself or to not make mistakes, because as soon as I made a mistake, it was like, well, she obviously doesn't know what she's talking about. But I feel like after this much time, and especially just in this market, 14 years in the same market, I feel like I have done a pretty good job of convincing people that I do know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But it is a constant thought of mine. It's a constant presence.
And what keeps you motivated in those times when your mind's playing tricks with you, or maybe you get negative feedback from viewers?
Never. I know what you're talking about.
Scratch that. But what does keep you motivated?
I really like my job, and I have actually thought about what it is that I really like about my job, besides the fact that it's, covering sports, and I still love sports. I feel like for me, at the very bare bones, I'm in charge of the camera here too. I mean,
you do everything, really.
I've been in sports long enough to know how to run a camera. I feel like at the heart of it for me, if you stripped it all down, I need to be around people. And in my job as a sports broadcaster, I'm not talking about the athletes, because I do cover athletes, but they're not the ones that I sit and chat with.
Right.
I have a relationship of, professional and question asking, and a little bit of, hey, how's your family doing? But for the most part, it's because every day I work in an office full of really talented people, and then I go to a game and I chat with the ushers and I chat with the other writers, and it's a very people-centered business. It happens to be sports, but I know that I could work in other areas as long as I'm not like a big computer person. There are people who are gifted with that. I'm not a big fixing machine kind of person. I need to have real, true, solid human interaction. And whether that's the fans or the concession workers or someone, I am just gravitated to, hey, what you doing? What are you selling? What's that? How's this?
And it's your strength.
It's a strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome. All right, so you were a big stud athlete, high school, college. These are my words.
You don't hear any arguments.
I'm sure I found it online somewhere, too. What did you love the most about playing? Do you still play any sports now?
I play, I have 2 children. They are 6 and 8. We play a lot of backyard everything. Mostly baseball, but we do a hockey rink in the winter, basketball hoop. Yes, competitively, awesome. I played softball for a long time. I'm beach volleyball, sometimes with the neighbors. I'm the fill-in.
What do you like about it? How does it make you feel when you're playing sports?
I get competitive.
Yeah.
I get really competitive. We just visited my parents in Arizona that we talked about, and my parents are, members of the pickleball league and the water volleyball league. And if I step in or something, I'm like,
look out! Huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
y'all best
You're
cover
taking on the
gray
55
hairs,
and older crowd. Good for you.
I love the competitiveness. Yet I am a good loser. I can lose respectfully, but I think it's also that I am, without bragging, I am pretty naturally athletic. So I just enjoy it because I can hit a pickleball. I can volley for a long time, and it's just enjoyable.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, everybody likes to do things that they're good at.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the more we practice, the better we get, right?
That's what Shelly Bean says.
That's what Shelly Bean says. So, because this is my video blog, I gotta know. See, the camera's on me now. What is your favorite Shelly Bean the Sports Queen book, and why?
Oh, why don't you ask me to choose my favorite child, Shelly?
Go on.
I'll tell you, my favorite Shelly Bean the Sports Queen book, and we have the entire series yet. Yes, we do. My son and my daughter, boy 8, girl 6, and I like to read them more to my daughter, but it never occurred to me like how much good my son gets out of these books too, because you don't often see the female character in a sports book. He's got sports books. There ain't no Shelly Bean in his sports books, except for the Shelly Bean books. To answer your question, it's the Shelly Bean Plays Catch, because playing softball in my youth was one of the most joyous times in my life. Those were my closest friends. They are still my friends. It was a game I was good at. It was summertime. They're just the memories associated with playing ball for me are so positive.
Awesome.
And I was not like Shelly Bean in that I had to, go watch my cousin and then learn how to play it. I was showing people how to play, let's be honest. But just that central theme of playing ball and the joy of playing ball and playing catch.
Well said.
Favorite book. Mm-hmm.
Well said. Thank you. What an awesome moment in my car with Marney Gellner. Just happened to stumble upon each other in a parking lot.
Hitching a ride.
Made this happen. Thank you all for watching. Happy March Madness. It's my favorite time of year. And I hope that there are some girls and boys and young women who are inspired by this video.
Yeah.
And
next time we singing.
We'll sing next time.